The Ryzen 7000 and 9000 are a great series of CPUs, but the compatible motherboards and DDR5 memory are slightly more expensive. On the other hand, DDR4 RAM and AM4 motherboards have only gotten cheaper in recent years, which is exactly why I believe the 5700X3D is a fantastic starting point for a value and performance-focused build. The 5700X3D has 90% of the performance of the 5800X3D, and it's $150 cheaper these days. That means it still has excellent value and scales well with high-performance parts. Such a practical CPU choice deserves a motherboard that does it justice, and that's why I chose the Gigabyte B550 UD. On the surface, this is a very unassuming motherboard. It has a plain black PCB, relatively small heatsinks, and a plain design. However, it makes up for that somewhat boring appearance with its performance and value. It has dual PCIe Gen 4 M2 slots, Wi-Fi 5, and support for DDR4 memory at up to 4,733 megatransfers per second. Generally, the ideal speed for DDR4 with the Ryzen 5000 is around 3,600 megatransfers per second, so this is a naturally good pairing with the 5700X3D. It also has a 10 plus 3 phase power delivery system, making it highly robust and reliable. While Wi-Fi 5 isn't as low latency as Wi-Fi 6, most motherboards at this price don't have wireless connectivity at all. Opting for Wi-Fi 5 was a clever cost-cutting measure from Gigabyte here, and it's one that I can't fault for much. For the RAM, I opted for the highly reliable Corsair Vengeance LPX 16GB kit. This is a RAM kit clocked at 3,600 megatransfers per second with an 18 CAS latency. It's very fast, and the emission of RGB is what makes it cheaper than other DDR4 kits. This is why this build is so interesting. It allows us to get fast performance cheaply. As you'll see later on, these savings will go towards a very strong GPU. I went the same route for storage as I did with memory. Cheap, but fast. The Western Digital Black SN770 is one of the best PCIe Gen 4 SSDs on the market, and the 2TB version gives us plenty of capacity for games and other applications. It lacks a DRAM cache, but the HMB buffer here makes up for that with excellent performance in games. For a 2TB Gen 4 SSD, it's quite reasonably priced. Moving on, to keep the performance of the 5700X3D consistent, you want a good CPU cooler that can keep temperatures at bay. For the money, I can't think of a better option than the Arctic Liquid Freezer 3 360. Normally, 360mm AIOs are expensive, flashy, and not worth it unless you're cooling a very high-end chip. That's not the case with the Arctic Liquid Freezer 3. This cooler uses Arctic's own in-house pump design with a PWM fan that cools the VRMs. It's highly efficient, has a sleek and minimal appearance, and features fantastic performance. The three 120mm fans are quiet, but they do a great job of moving air even at medium RPM. It's one of the most affordable 360 AIOs out there, and it does a great job of cooling the 5700X3D. For the graphics card, this is where things get interesting. I went with the AMD Radeon RX 7900 GRE, as it's by far the best GPU for 1440p gaming in terms of value and performance. It doesn't have the ray tracing performance of some NVIDIA cards, but for rasterization, this thing is a beast. It has 16GB of VRAM, so games that hog video memory won't be an issue even years down the line. More importantly, with the chosen motherboard, the Gigabyte B550 UD, this GPU supports resizable bar and smart access memory. This allows the 5700X3D quicker access to the GPU's VRAM, enabling faster performance. It's a very strong combination that pumps out high frame rates at 1440p with no issues. On top of that, it's a much better value than the RTX 4070. For the specific variant, I went with the ASRock Challenger OC. It's a dual-fan card with a bit of RGB and a full metal backplate. There are certainly more fancy variants out there, but this one doesn't get too hot and it's reasonably priced. Not much more we could ask for, considering we're getting fantastic performance all round. To power all of these components, I chose the Corsair RM750E. This is an 80+ gold certified fully modular power supply, and it's a fantastic purchase for this build. It's affordable, has a silent operation, and has enough headroom for all of your current components and future upgrades. The RM series is known to provide reliability at a decent price, and for a 750-watt power supply, the asking price isn't high at all. All of these components sit inside the mighty Phanteks XT Pro Ultra case. This name might imply that it's a very expensive case, and while it has all the makings of one, it's actually quite cheap. It comes with a whopping 4 140mm RGB fans, plenty of cable routing channels, a mesh front panel for great airflow, and a clean design. The build quality is rock solid, and the case is very easy to build inside of. On top of that, it easily fits our 360mm AIO, bringing the total number of fans to 7. It's a fantastic value, and you can also get it in white if that's more your style. At the end of the day, with the 5700X3D and RX 7900 GRE CPU and GPU combo, we have a highly performant gaming PC for under $1,300. It can handle almost any modern game out there at high or ultra-high settings at 1440p, and it will be a fantastic performer for years to come. Thanks for watching! I hope my suggestions have inspired you to create your own Ryzen 7 5700X3D build. Remember, you can check the prices for each component mentioned in the description below. And if you're interested in more PC building suggestions and hardware reviews, be sure to check out more of my videos. Before you go, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to stay updated, and let me know your opinion and suggestions in the comments. See you in the next one.